Hi-ho the dairy-o.
Oh.
Ah, no.
It looks like you're just seizing up.
Yeah.
That's like what kittens do when you grab them by the scruff of the neck.
That's what I was doing. You're getting Nate's coat dirty.
Yeah, dude. It's like a $30 jacket.
Hey, little boy, come on up here.
Wait.
Said the priest.
It's a old coffee old.
Yeah.
Look at the name.
Wanna shake my strong hand?
Why would that be
Grandpa,
stronger
no.
than your hand? I don't want to know.
It's gotten a lot of exercise over the years.
So there's been talk of a shindig idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have no idea when, where, how, or why. So,
Well, the why is why not?
Exactly.
well, the why is
Why
agreed.
not?
So can the where, what, and when be what not, where not, and when not?
No, because some of
Okay.
those have to actually have like a place, and where not is not a place. That's just
I guess that would make it just everywhere, all the time, and everything.
which is certainly like the way I'd like to live my life, but not necessarily an option.
Society does not permit us to do such.
At least not if you want
gay.
to hold down a job. Unless your job is to be a bouncer. Because then you basically just hang out in the party all the time.
Why don't we just gather all of our belongings, go out into the woods, cut down some trees, make an impenetrable fortress, and live off the land, and if anyone comes to find us, we just archer them to death.
Archer them to death? You mean shoot them through the heart with a bow and arrow?
No, he means force them to watch Archer until they laugh themselves into comas.
That I didn't see that episode before. That was a good episode. That was the
That was the pilot.
yeah, that was the word I was looking for.
That was a hilarious episode.
I like the idea of just going off into the woods for something.
I like that idea too.
We've got a vehicle that can take us off into the woods.
No, we have to
You
walk.
have a vehicle that runs into trees.
We need deer.
Yeah. Oh,
We gotta
speaking
put-
of, you said deer, which reminded me of something.
Deer
I
down.
saw probably the most dumbass video game I've ever seen in my life. Well, one of, because I've seen a lot of stupid ones.
Yeah.
It was called like John Deere Living Green, and it was like you
I've
drive
seen
a
that.
tractor around on a farm, and I'm like, how is this entertaining? I mean,
I'm assuming because it's like a John Deere thing, it's probably a like half advertisement. You get to customize your tractor.
yeah, well, it is kind of like half advertisement,
saying
but it's
that
not
is-
so much like an advertisement as like, we have fanboys. How about this? Except they're farmer fanboys, which are kind of weird. Like,
It's-
I can understand being like, yay Lamborghini, or like, yay Ducati, but they're like, yay John Deere.
Because it's for fanboys, it has to be capable of running on a Commodore 64.
Pretty much. I mean, it looks like a Flash video.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like, I understand that, but I don't think that could be possibly worse than any of the Wii games, pretty much, or Deadliest Catch, the video game.
Deadliest Catch.
It's a fishing game?
No, it's the crab hunting game. Your mission is to properly get your boat in and out of port.
Yeah, well, okay.
You don't actually get to fish for crabs. You have to get in and out of port, and if another boat's coming, they have right away. You have to stop, otherwise you fail and you have to start over.
Yeah, but dude, that's at least like driving something that's a boat.
No. It's not even that fun. It honestly isn't.
Would you rather drive a boat or a tractor in a farm?
The tractor.
It's repetitive.
There's a chance. You're driving a boat out of port.
Yeah, but like it's interesting and there's other shit going on. In a tractor, you're alone driving in circles in a fucking field.
My brother
We're
drives
driving in
it.
circles in a pumpkin patch. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like it's wheat or it's pumpkins or it's corn, but you're still alone and you're still driving in fucking circles.
What about the children of the corn?
He's referencing movies and shows.
I'm not picking up on that.
That's my baby.
Take it to your take it. this isn't really me being gay. It's just like, and this is indicating that my hand is here. It's just much more comfortable than like not having it there.
Not my fault at all, Kevin.
What was the grab of the back of the head?
So I'm trying to get you to speak. Because you're just kind of sitting there going,
My mouth's not open.
Okay, question time.
okay.
Because I have a nerdy one.
Yeah.
Because in my last post, I brought up the fact that I really want to play Dungeons and Dragons.
You should, and we should too.
Well, see, I'm really not going to get into it unless you guys help me out because I don't know anyone else who plays it besides Kyle Appleton, but he and I aren't that close anymore.
Dude, I will play, like, if you have time, and I am a ridiculously poor dungeon master. I've tried, and I am terrible at it. So,
What, God seemed like he'd be pretty good at it.
and didn't God, like, sort of volunteer?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
but, like,
As long as we have a DM, and, like, you are interested, I will make time to do it.
I'm fully interested, and I will put in, the effort to make an actual character good.
Okay, yeah.
But, back to my question. If we were living in the ancient legendary times, like where Dungeons and Dragons happened, where giant cockroaches and giant rats breathed fire on villages and shit like that, what class would you want to be, and what race would you want to be if you were, like, I don't know, pre-reincarnated?
I'm tempted to say Dwarf and Barbarian just because they have an obscene amount of hit points at level 1. But I'd probably have to say Human Fighter because, I mean, I'm a human and I'm not too down with magic. But, and Barbarians are cool, but I'm not a huge fan of necessarily raging out. And also they make shitty archers. So,
Human Fighter.
way to copy. Thanks a lot.
Human
You
Fighter.
First.
Yeah.
That's not copying. I was going to say that beforehand.
Yeah, fair enough.
It wasn't. We were still not going to say that. I saw you there saying,
You're gonna say Elf and Sorcerer.
you shit pianos.
I don't play Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm not familiar with the character system.
I'd be an
That's your
elven
loss.
ranger.
Yeah.
I'll teach you if you like, but I mean, because when Jeff plays, you're gonna have to join in.
Well,
Because it's one of the greatest things in the universe, and the fact that you've never experienced like pen and paper D&D is a sin against humanity. And if you consider yourself a nerd or a geek or anything like that, you need to play D&D.
That's why I want to play. Actually,
if
also
for no
I think
other
I'd like
reason,
it.
then you have no right to call yourself a geek if you haven't played pen and paper D&D.
Actually, I have another
not a
question.
very threatening argument, seeing how I don't care if I'm a geek or something.
I will punch you repeatedly in the testicles until you vomit blood if you do not play D&D.
Have you ever been dragged out to a
Worse and
corner and
worse.
beaten until you piss blood?
This is getting worse.
I'm
and
still
worse for
referencing
me.
movies. But I'm actually gonna have to go ahead and do another question because we talked about this tonight. What's your guys' favorite year so far in your lives?
Oh yeah.
I got an answer from like 2 people, and I don't think any of them were you.
Oh wait,
Oh wait,
I don't
any
remember
particular reason? Sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt.
go ahead.
not really. No, there's like a lot of shit that happened in 08.
So you liked a lot of shit that happened. That's your reason. That's a reason.
Well, it's a very broad reason, but yes.
I don't necessarily remember which year this was, but I have to say, between my sophomore and junior years, and kind of to a certain extent junior year also, because that summer was amazing. It was I was 15, so I didn't have a car, but I rode my bike everywhere, and like Nick and Jay and I were pretty tight. Like I spent probably half the summer living in either Nick's house or Jason's house. And I played airsoft all the time, and it was ridiculously fantastic. I also lost my virginity, so yay.
Sheesh. I don't know what year it was, but yeah. Now I can't even remember what happened in the year that I'm trying to think of.
It's okay, calm down. Calm down. It's okay.
Are you stroking the tip of an imaginary penis?